Hello there, and welcome to Daniel's Infinite Playlist. And today we're going to review a really great album by a really amazing Swedish artist, and that is, of course, Nadia Tehran's album Dozakh, All Lovers Hell. And for those of you who don't know who Nadia Tehran is, well, she's an amazing artist, actually signed in Stockholm, the new trendy label in Stockholm that's called Year 001, and she's been known for blending all of these electronic vibes and influences and melding them into her own vision of R&B and pop and even rock music. But first of all, how is it to listen to this album? Well, it's a bit like this. Alright, I'm going to show you the album cover art since there are no physical versions of the album as of yet. I think there's a vinyl version available if you want to get it. But anyways, here's the album cover, and it's just so beautiful. I really like it. And there you see the artist herself, and it's just full of symbolism that's just really beautiful. I love it. So yeah, now back to the actual review. How is this album musically? Well, musically, this album, as I said, blends like, is kind of like a cocktail of sorts of different strands of music, like pop, electronic, R&B, some dance music in it, and very, and rock music as well. But and you'd think that this album would actually sound very scattered, like with all its flirtations with different genres. However, it doesn't, because Nadia Tehran actually has such a unique vision and such a unique way of interpreting stuff musically. It all feels like it's, it's melded together, like everything's connected, and that's just how beautiful it is to listen to. And I really recommend you to actually listen to this, and just taking all of these different influences in. It's just so amazing. And also there's Nadia Tehran's voice, which is a force in itself as well. She commands you through the whole album, and it's just amazing. So yeah, how is this album lyrically? Well, lyrically, this album is more of a concept album. What I've heard is that Dozakh Lovers Hell actually blends, both terrorism, fears and threats, and love life, and the hell that someone goes through when you get a broken heart, or when you're going to have a broken heart. But there's just so many different layers and different and different elements of this whole journey. There's tales of anti-racism, love, heartbreak, and being out with friends, and it's just so amazing to see all of these different, you could think that they're very disparate elements as well, as I said, like with the music, but it all just fits so perfectly. Like thematically, it is a very rich album that you can actually hear, and you see like the red line just going through it. It's very consistent in its own tone and its lyrical themes, which are very amazing. Like, she doesn't shy away from singing about terrible stuff, and it's just amazing. So yeah, what do I give this album? Well, I give it a 9 out of 10. It is simply one of the best albums released this year by by an artist that has just such a big sound and such a vision. It is very difficult to find an artist that already, like in the beginning of her musical career, just to find her own big vision. But Nadia Tehran actually succeeds, and succeeds even more with this album. It is a triumph, I'd say, a triumph for concept albums and for pop albums this year. And I think that everyone could actually listen to this. granted, it takes a few listens to get into the whole, how do you say, like the narrative and the scope of it all. But I think that it's just so amazing, and it's just so rare to see such an ambitious artist, because this is an ambitious work. Like most of the albums that I've reviewed, like the new albums released today, they only include like 8 or 9 tracks, but this is 15 tracks, and it's just so amazing to see someone make such a big body of work, and it's just works, and it's amazing to listen to. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this review, and if this was your first review with me, then please like and subscribe, as I'd really appreciate it. And as always, I'm going to put the artist links down below. Nadia Tehran is available everywhere, so get on listening to this album, because I think it's unmissable and essential for this year. And yeah, and as always, I'm going to review new albums every Wednesday and classic albums every Saturday. So if you want to tag along for the ride, then I'd really appreciate it. Anyways, yeah, that's it for me. Enjoy music, enjoy life, people. Vi ses. Hej då!